Introduction to the Law of Causality. In our last series of Two Awakening, we have learned that all beings innately possess Buddha nature, but it is impeded by delusions and attachments. Most encouragingly, we learned that we can recover our Buddha nature by repenting our wrongdoings, cultivating a pure heart, and purifying our souls. Simply put, good looks, good luck, happiness, wealth, health, and power can all be obtained from inward. Treasures emerge from the earth for all beings to enjoy. There is a story recorded in 10 continents in the inner seas. A king dispatched an envoy to send 4 taels of magical incense to Emperor Wu of the Han Dynasty. 4 taels is only about 62.5 grams. Despite the small amount, according to the messenger, it not only can spread the scent for hundreds of miles when burned, but can also bring people back from the verge of death. So it is called the fragrance of reviving souls. But Emperor Wu did not take it seriously until one day when a plague broke out in Chang'an City. He then asked his minister to burn it. Amazingly, the fragrance, as told by the messenger, revived many people on the verge of death, and the aroma lingered in the entire Chang'an City for 3 months. The Infinite Life Sutra states that the treasured fragrance in the world of ultimate bliss pervades the entire cosmos. Many practitioners, when practicing to a high concentration, have smelled this unique aroma and described it as never having smelled it in their life. How would this be possible? According to Buddha Dharma, when people's hearts lean towards self-nature, not only will the so-called natural disasters be resolved, but good treasures will also emerge from the earth for its beings to enjoy. Shakyamuni Buddha told us that Sukhavati is a place where supreme good people gather. Its land is full of all kinds of treasures. The unique fragrance permeating in 10 directions of the cosmos is only one of them. However, this theory is so profound that it is not easy for mortals to comprehend. So the 13th patriarch of Pure Land Buddhism, Master Yin Guang, spared no effort to promote the education of causality throughout his life. He claimed that the fastest and most immediate way to save people from creating karma is to promote the education of causality. Only when people understand how severe their conduct could impact their life and afterlife would they spontaneously restrain themselves in their speech and action. Understanding the laws to avoid misfortune, create fortune, and save the world. The Buddhist view of causality originates from the principle of all phenomena arise from conditions, yet their nature is illusory. Everything in the universe depends on cause and condition to produce an effect, and this effect becomes a cause and produces effect again when conditions are in place. Cause and effect invigorate each other, which forms a majestic and myriad phenomena of the universe. So, as big as a world, as small as a speck of dust, there is no real substance. Only the intricate causes and conditions lead us to different effects. Imagine when everyone in the world practices their mind inwardly to eliminate evil thoughts within, allowing power, happiness, and fortune to naturally arise. Would the world have any conflicts and wars? Conversely, when people in a society engage to seek external power, fortune, and self-interests, the society will be full of competition. Master Jin Kong often warned us, when competition escalates, it becomes fighting. When fighting escalates, it becomes war. Thousands of years ago, Mencius, who is second to Confucius, said, When superiors and inferiors all seek self-interest, the nation will be in danger. The vibe of fighting for all sorts of rights and the heedless speeches and actions of people nowadays is completely opposite from the courteous concession in societies of the past, leading our planet to be scarred and battered. We hope this series with regard to causality by Master Jin Kong can help people give rise to respect and alarm, further restrain themselves from speeches and actions. Life is only a brief existence after all. What can we bring with us after the decades of life ends? Deeply pondering, it is as the ancient sages stated, "We can take nothing from our life after we die. Only the karma we have created will follow us." Look, we cannot even take our own bodies with us. How would our life be when we pursue external objects? It is like drawing water with a bamboo woven basket. We will end up empty-handed. How to plant the cause of happiness, status, wealth, and good looks. In the Buddhist view, being rich or poor, longevity or short-lived, beautiful or ugly, all have their cause and effect. They do not come from luck or being manipulated by someone. They are actually the result of our own creations. The following verses offered us some answers. The righteous man is forged by enduring humiliation, while the poor man comes from being greedy. The superior person is shaped from being humble and respectful, while the lowly person is caused by being arrogant. Longevity is due to compassion and short-lived induced by taking lives. What is the reason for people to have food and clothing? In their previous life, they offered tea and food to the poor. Why do some have no food and clothing? They did not offer half a penny to others in their past lives. What is the reason for those who have a dignified appearance? They offered flowers to Buddhas in past lives. The verses above offer us a sliver to understand the law of causality. Understanding cause and effect, we can certainly transform past misfortune into fortune by planting good seeds continuously. So the view of causality is the affirmation of hard work and practice. It is a principle full of optimism and progress. The realm of the Buddha is inconceivable, and the karmic retribution of all living beings is also inconceivable. Only when we dawn on the intricate causality can we really comprehend the true meaning of Buddha Dharma. This is a tip for us to tend toward fortune and to avoid misfortune. The phenomena in the degenerate Dharma-era. In the Sutra on the Annihilation of the Dharma, a paragraph precisely depicts the situation in our degenerate Dharma-era. There will be extreme weather bringing drought and flood, followed by crops being ruined before they ripen. Plus, the pandemic will be prevalent, causing many people to die. Civilians suffer in toil while officials scheme to exploit them. People no longer observe principles but seek personal joys and create chaos. This is the Buddha's prophecy regarding the condition of the degenerate Dharma era. Isn't it exactly what we are experiencing now? We must understand that, due to the shared karma of all beings getting heavier and heavier, the later towards the end of the degenerate Dharma era, the more greed, resentment, and ignorance human minds would be flamed with. People would become more and more stubborn, crabby, unruly, and thus are unable to be educated. Living in the Saha world, a world formed by the essential structure of creating karma, we must be clear about this. We are such karmic beings, plus we live in such a deteriorated environment, it is extremely difficult for us to practice. So as a spiritual practitioner, We urgently need the blessings of Buddha power to save us from following the tide. We will be led by our noses forever otherwise. We often say that everyone is equal before the law. Nonetheless, the law has loopholes and is sometimes influenced by human factors, so the law may not be absolutely fair. Only before causality is everyone equal. Cause and effect go hand in hand, no matter whether we believe it or not. No one can escape from it. So to pursue a good life, we must understand the essence of causality. That is why we are going to introduce to you the Law of Causality by Master Jin Kong. See you soon on part 1.